Hello, this is Roger Weston, and this is Lessons in History. In 343 BC, one of the most extraordinary events happened in history, and it happened with just a young boy and a horse. And the boy was Alexander the Great, and it all began when his father, Philip, king of Macedon, brought a horse. Well, some traders brought a horse out into the field, and they went down. Alexander and some of his champions went down there to check out the horse. They were looking for a new, they were possibly going to buy the horse, and so nobody could ride this horse. This horse, they said it was savage, and it would rear up, and it was crazy, and it was throwing guys off. And finally they said, "Get this savage horse out of here. We don't want it." Alexander, this 13-year-old boy, was sitting there, and he said, well, I'll read you how it went. It went like this. What a horse they are losing because for lack of skill and courage they cannot manage him. So we've got this little boy humiliating the king and his champions. What a horse they are losing because for lack of skill and courage they cannot manage him. Okay? And so Philip, he's a kid, so Philip puts up with this for a little bit, but finally it's too much. He says, "Do you find fault with your elders? Do you believe that you know more than they do or are better able to manage a horse than them?" Alexander said, "This horse, at any rate, I could manage better." And King Philip said, "And if you should not, what penalty would you pay for your rashness?" Alexander says, "Indeed, I will pay the entire price of the horse." So what happens is Alexander, they said, "All right, fine, you go and give it a try." So Alexander takes the reins of the horse and he swings the horse around so that the horse is facing the sun. And then all of a sudden the horse calms down and Alexander gets up and rides it, no problem. So what had actually happened in this case was that Alexander was paying attention better than the others. And he noticed that the horse was fighting over its own shadow. It was seeing its own shadow with the sun in its back, and it was afraid of its own shadow. And so, he swung the horse around, the shadow disappeared, and the horse became manageable. So the lesson in history here for us is that we need to pay attention to causes. Now, sometimes there's multiple causes, and there could be, we might go, "Oh, well, yeah, I see what's happening in this situation. We're facing some adversity, and well, that's the problem." But what we don't realize is sometimes there's other causes. There's more than one cause. There can be several causes. And we need to find out which cause is prominent, which cause is the real cause that we need to deal with. And when we do that, sometimes our problems can be solved when we thought previously they were unsolvable. So there you go. Lesson in history. Have a great day. Fight on.